Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am so excited for today's video because I love talking about things that are inexpensive. It is my favorite thing to do because I am a firm believer that you don't have to spend a ton of money to get good products. You can easily do that at the drugstore where things are cheaper to begin with, but that you can use coupons and get things on sale. And so today we are talking about some liquid lipsticks. I know some people are really over the liquid lipstick train and some people are still on it and riding strong. I'm kind of in the middle. You know, some days I like a liquid lip and some days I like a gloss. It just kind of depends. But I feel like with, you know, prom season coming and wedding season coming, we're gonna want lipstick colors that last a really long time on our lips. And the best way to get that is through a liquid lip, in my opinion. I will say that with these, I did choose some of my favorite shades. Some of them, I only have one shade that is my favorite, or maybe I've decluttered a lot of them and I've only kept one shade because it is my true favorite from the collection. And other ones, I have chosen maybe 2, 3, 4 shades that are my favorite out of that line. So if you guys want to see what these liquid lipsticks are, hear about the formulas and see swatches, then just keep watching. Okay, let's go ahead and start off with Milani. So these are the Milani Amore Matte Lip Creams. My two favorite shades are number 26, Fling. This is a beautiful purpley mauve kind of color. And then I also love number 11, Precious. This is a more kind of like peachy pink neutral. This formula is very liquidy. It does definitely go on like a liquid lipstick and then it dries and it sets to a complete matte finish. It is, I mean, all liquid lipsticks are a little bit drying, so I could kind of say that about every single one of these, except for maybe a few that are the exception to that rule. But these last so long on the lips, and overall, I really do think they are comfortable for a liquid lipstick. They're not overly cakey. Like, I don't like when you put a liquid lip on and it feels like you have a full, like, other layer on your lips. Kind of like when it becomes one with the lips and it feels like you're not really wearing anything. And that's what these feel like. They're a really thin, nice formula, and they do range for $8.99 at Ulta. So they are under $10 and you can use those Ulta points and some coupons if you have them and get them on sale. Okay, the next ones I want to talk about are kind of a surprise to me. So these are the number 7 matte liquid lips. I got the shade Grace a long time ago from Octoly, and then I tried it and I loved it. I thought, man, this is a really nice formula. It's a little bit of a thicker texture. It's not so liquidy, but it's definitely a liquid lip and it dries down matte, but it's comfortable. So then I picked up the other shade that I liked, which is Inspire, and this is more of a pinky shade. So Grace is more of a muted pink, kind of a nudie pink, and then Inspire is more of a straight up true pink shade. But I love the formula on these. Like I said, it's a little bit thicker than the Milani Amore Matte Lip Creams, but not in a negative way. It's definitely still really comfortable on the lips and it adds some little bit more moisture. And I just think that these are so nice. And you can find these for $8.49 at Target. And use the Target cartwheel app, people. Number 7 is on there a lot, actually. So definitely download that app. These liquid lipsticks, I did a full video showing you guys these, so I will link that for you guys if you're interested. It was when they first came out. But these are the Physicians Formula Healthy Lip Liquid Lipsticks. These are so stinking amazing. They are more of a liquid lipstick that, yes, it dries matte. It takes a little bit longer to dry, but they almost have a staining effect on your lips. Like when you eat or something, you will see color come off, but then there is still color on your lips, like it's stained. So I love that about these, and I think they are so incredibly comfortable, and I just absolutely love them. It was really hard for me to pick out my 3 favorite shades, but I did. My first one is Tulip Treatment. This I showed in my spring lip picks. It is a beautiful orangey coral color for the springtime. I absolutely love this, and I think with a tan, this will look stunning. And then another one I love, and this is actually the first one I ever got, and this is Dose of Rose. It is a true rosy pink, and I think it looks so fresh on the skin, and it makes you look so awake and lively. And if you want to go a little deeper, you can't go wrong with Raisin Immunity. This is a really nice, kind of like plummy brown shade, but it's not super dark, but it still has some depth in it. So it's a really unique shade in my opinion, and I really like it. And for these are only $6.99 at Ulta, and I feel like $6.99 for drugstore is really cheap nowadays, honestly, especially for Physicians Formula. You know, I feel like Physicians Formula always has kind of been a little bit more expensive, But as brands have gotten more and more expensive, I feel like Physicians Formula has stayed pretty even keel with their price that they always have had. So I really appreciate that, and these are really inexpensive and just so good. Okay, another one that I really love are from Flower Beauty, and these are the Miracle Matte Liquid Lipsticks. I have the shades Nude Blush, which is such a beautiful pinky nude color. It is stunning. I absolutely love this. And then I also love the shade Melon Pop. You want to talk about a bright shade, this is it. It is so beautiful. I absolutely love it. I think it makes you just look so effortlessly glamorous. Like, for some reason, I just feel like you can throw on this with some mascara and just look so good in the summertime. I love it. Now, this formula is, I mean, it's liquidy for sure, but it's not overly drying, and it has a little bit more of a moussey type texture to it. So it's not a straight up mousse, because those I can find pretty drying. These are a liquid lipstick, but they're more on the moussey side, but they still dry down really matte. So I love these. They're a really comfortable formula. It's another formula where you feel like you're not wearing anything on your lips, and they're just really effortless to wear, and they wear off really evenly and really beautifully as well. You can find these for $9.99 at Ulta. Okay, another really inexpensive one I want to talk about are the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuits. I love these liquid lipsticks. I feel like they came out with a bang. These were, I want to say, one of the first drugstore liquid lipsticks that really got a lot of recognition for being so good. And these are only $4.99 at Ulta, so they are pretty inexpensive. There's a ton of colors. You can find so many shades in these, and you can find anything from like blues and grays to really neutral shades that are beautiful as well. Three of my favorites are Berry Recognize, which is a beautiful berry color. I am obsessed with this shade. It's like the perfect like deep pink kind of shade. It's just absolutely stunning. And then I also love Coral Corruption. This is a coral that I actually feel comfortable wearing. I don't love a lot of super orangey corals that have a lot of depth in them. I like when they're a little lighter, and this one is, and it just looks really nice. It doesn't pull too orange on my lips. It just looks really, really nice and coral. And I will say with these, and most of these, but with these, what you see in the tube is what you get. Some liquid lipsticks, and the Milanis are kind of like this. When you put them on, they dry down a little bit deeper, but these don't do that. What you see in the tube is what you get on your lips. And then my other favorite shade is Rebel Rose. This is a really nice kind of dusty mauve type of color, and I think it looks absolutely beautiful. And this formula is really nice. It is liquidy. It's a little bit thicker, but you don't need a lot to like put on your lips, you know? It doesn't take a lot to get really opaque full color. So I love that about these, and I love that they wear off pretty evenly. All of these across the board, I would say, wear off pretty evenly and look really nice on the lips throughout the day, and they don't over dry your lips. So I love these Wet n Wild Catsuits. Okay, this one I want to talk about is kind of odd. It is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Gloss. So this is my favorite shade. It is Rouge Envy. I've had some other shades of these, but I've decluttered them. This one is that beautiful deep pink, but it still has some brightness in it. I love it. I feel like this is the sister to Berry Recognize. Berry Recognize from Wet n Wild has a little bit more depth to it, where this still has that depth, but it definitely has more brightness. And this formula is so unique. It goes on like a lip gloss. Like, it's pretty moussey actually, but it's so smooth going on, and it doesn't dry out your lips at all. It kind of feels like a liquid cream lipstick that dries matte, but doesn't really even like dry. It doesn't like dry out your lips. It's so interesting, and I just think it's a really unique formula. And I know like Emily Noel 83 talks about these a lot, but I don't feel like they get enough hype. Like, these are so good. I feel like if they would put out maybe some more neutral shades or something, people would go bananas over these. I know that they have some, but I don't know. These are really, really good. Oh, and this is for $9.99 at Ulta. Let's talk about what I am wearing today. I am wearing the Superstay Matte Ink from Maybelline. I talk about these all the time here on my channel. I'm wearing the shade Pout today, and I did a full face using Maybelline products, so that video will be up next after this one. I'm posting that on Thursday, so if you are interested, definitely hit that subscribe button. But I'm wearing the shade Pout today. Another one of my favorite shades are Lover. This is a beautiful deep pink mauve. I love it. I also love the shade Fighter. It's a really interesting kind of warm brown shade. It looks beautiful in the fall. And then I also love the shade Ruler. This is a really muted red, but I think it looks absolutely stunning. This is a very safe red to wear. It's not bright and in your face. It's definitely more muted, but still really beautiful. Now, I know that some other YouTubers really love this formula, and some people really hate it. And I understand why some people don't like this formula. If you are someone who you don't like a little bit of stickiness, then you will not like these. I, however, do, especially in a liquid lip gloss, or liquid lip, not in a lip gloss. In a lip gloss, if the wind blows and it like sticks to me, I'm like, no, like I cannot hang. These though, they're not super sticky to where that will happen. But they're sticky enough to where you still feel like you have some sort of like moisture in your lips. It's not overly drying. So that is why I really enjoy this formula. And these last forever on your lips. I think out of all the ones I'm mentioning, these are probably the most long lasting. They will sit through meals, drinks, coffee. They are so good. Sometimes I might have to like touch up right in the center if I drink my coffee or something, just because the heat does kind of melt it off. But I'm not kidding. These things do not play. Like whenever I wear them, no matter what shade I wear, I never have to reapply the full thing unless I wipe it off and then I reapply the full thing, because they like are here to stay. It is awesome. Definitely use like, I know Maybelline, when they release these, they put out a liquid lipstick remover. Definitely use that if you wear these. Or I know Milani makes one. Or just I even take some Aquaphor sometimes just to really melt it off. Because an average makeup remover will not remove these. Like, they are here to play. And you can find these for $9.49 at Ulta. Okay, let's move on to another cheaper option. These are $5 at Ulta or on the e.l.f. website, and these are the e.l.f. matte liquid lipsticks. I love these. These are so thin. They feel really nice on the lips. Some of my favorite shades are Berry Sorbet, which again is like Berry Recognized. It's kind of like Rouge Envy from Loreal. It's that like deep kind of pink shade. It's just, this is my kind of color, you guys. I love these types of shades. And then I also love Tea Rose. This is a more like dusty kind of grayish purple. It's really unique and it's really cool. But I love the formula on these. It's really thin. It feels really comfortable on the lips. These are just really good. I mean, e.l.f. puts out some really great stuff for not expensive at all, and these just hit it out of the park. You can find these now in Target stores as well, which I think is awesome. And I love them. The formula is so nice. And it's not drying. It's thin. It's great on the lips. That's kind of the like overall theme of this. I like liquid lipsticks that last a long time, that don't feel like I'm wearing anything crazy, or it doesn't feel like I have chalk on my lips, and that give a good color punch. That's all I ask. Okay, so my memory card just got full, so had to readjust some things and get some stuff off that memory card so I can finish this video. So let's go ahead. I have two more things to talk about. The Covergirl Melting Pout Liquid Lipsticks. These are so good. I was fortunate enough to receive the full line of them as well as the Queen Collection in PR, which, yeah, lost my mind. Anyways, they range for $7.99 at Ulta. And I love these. They are definitely a more mousse type texture, but they're a light mousse. They're not overly heavy on your lips or overly drying. They're a really, really nice formula. Some of my favorite shades are Current Nude, which is a really like nude type of shade. I also love Ballerina, which is more of a pinky nude kind of color. And then I also love Secret, which is a really nice kind of reddish purpley berry kind of color. And then from the Queen Collection one, this says major shade, but they are the same formula. I love the shade Rebel. It's kind of like a purpley deep mauve kind of color, and it's beautiful. I love it. And like I said, really nice thin formula, mousse type texture. It's really great. Now the last ones I want to talk about are the Revlon HD Matte Lip Colors. I have the shade HD Kisses. I have decluttered the rest of them, but I've had a lot of shades over the years. But this one I always have to keep because it's so unique to me and just so beautiful. You can find these for $9.99 at Ulta. Now I will say these are not super matte. So if you are someone you really want a matte lip, this is not it. This is definitely a more like creamy type of finish, but it does set to matte over time. But this shade HD Kisses is a really nice, like I call it like a dusty orangey red. Like it's so beautiful. I love it, especially in the fall time. It's stunning. Okay guys, so that is it for my top 10 under 10 of liquid lipsticks. I hope you guys liked this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I will link the other two videos. I did eyeshadow palettes and foundations. I will link those for you guys in the description bar below if you're interested in checking them out. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!